everyone. So think about the last restaurant you went to. More than likely, there was a seafood option on the menu, such as fish. But have you ever wondered whether or not that fish was caught sustainably? Well, one of the most accurate ways to ensure sustainable fisheries management is to first understand how fish population grows and reproduces. This is known as life history data. So this information can be used to create regulations that will ensure that population is around for future generations. So for my thesis, I'm collecting life history data on lane snapper in the U.S. Caribbean. The lane snapper is an important species in this region since many people rely on it for food. Additionally, lane snapper is a major predator in coral reef ecosystems, feeding on smaller organisms such as crabs and other fishes, keeping the population of these smaller organisms in check. So, even though lane snapper is an important species in this region, there is little to no life history information on this population. So for my first objective, I plan to document the age structure of the lane snapper population. For my second objective, I plan to document the mean age at which this population reaches sexual maturity. In order to do this, I collect monthly samples of lane snapper in the U.S. Caribbean, and I first record the size of the fish. And then in order to determine the age of the fish, I analyze the bone ear structure in the fish, which is called an otolith. And this is an image of an otolith that has been sectioned and is placed under a microscope. You can see on the edge there's outer rings on this otolith, which is known as calcium rings. These rings grow every year, so you can count the number of rings to determine the age of the fish, similar to the way someone might count the rings on a tree and determine the age of the tree. After that, I look at the reproductive organs of the fish. Over on that side is a picture of a section gonadal tissue that has been stained and fixed onto a microscope slide, and I can look at this image and determine whether or not that fish is immature or mature. So overall, my results will provide a comprehensive report on the life history of lane snapper in the U.S. Caribbean, and then I will give this data to fisheries managers who will then be informed and create new policies regulating whether or not people can catch a certain number of fish, and this applies to both commercial fishermen and recreational fishermen. And then this data, or the regulations from the fishery managers, ultimately are used to protect the lane snapper population to ensure that this fish is around for the people and ecosystems that depend on it. Thank you.